Okay, we're going to start at 11, Dr. Majid.
Can we wait for a couple of minutes because it's still not 11 yet? Can we wait a little bit just to for others to join, or what do you think?
It's already 11.
Now 11. So shall we start right now?
Okay. Okay, let me start. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you for joining us today. Okay, let's start our session with Umul Kita Al-Fatiha. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Okay, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Abdul Majid from Department of Curriculum and Instruction to start his sharing. Over to you, Doctor.
Bismillah. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome to our first round of EduTech Buffet series. And thank you for being with us today. I hope, inshallah, this session will be of big benefit for you and for anyone who will join, inshallah. So I believe that starting with giving more sharing about the Microsoft Word and the features which many can have no idea about or just have limited knowledge about the use, even though we have it very creative and very conducive features that is already allowed by Microsoft Word. And no need to say that we need Microsoft on our day-to-day work as academic staff as well as students, just to produce all kinds of documents. We can say about handouts, about our course plans and lesson plans, for the thesis, for dissertations, for all kinds of documents. So we need it very much, as well as we can say that it plays an integral role in our life. And alhamdulillah, we already have what we say the free 365 version. So we can enjoy the whole features free, presented and provided by Microsoft. So today, inshallah, we are going to have what we can say a sharing session on how we can leverage the use of Microsoft Word. And of course, there are a lot of things, a lot of points we can share, but today, inshallah, we will limit the presentation to 12 tips only. And inshallah, maybe later we can continue with others, but I believe the tips that already selected are of very importance and very helpful to the academic work. So we are going to have a practical presentation. I'm going to share the Word document straight ahead, on which we are going, inshallah, to work together. And we believe after we finish, inshallah, you are allowed to have any question or any inquiry about the presented ones, because we need just to take what we are going to, we already planned for the 12 tips. And inshallah, we take one bonus one after, inshallah. So the first step for today is the dark mode. Did you know that you can change the whole Word document to a dark mode, which is more comfortable to your eyes and give your eyes a break, especially at night when it gets darker, more comfortable and without more stress. How we can change this, the whole document to what we say the dark mode? Okay, we can go for straight to the file. Okay, now, okay, here, straight ahead from the file and go down to the account here. And right in the middle, you can find the office background here. You can see it here. So the office background, okay, and we have the office theme. By default, it's on colorful. Colorful, it's bright and white, as you can see here. So by time, I buy the continuous use and long time, your eyes are going just to be a little bit stressed. So it's better to go here and you can set it to dark gray. As you can see here, dark gray, a little bit darker. If you'd like to have it more darker, you can go for black. So as you can see, totally black and more comfortable to your eyes. If we go back, okay, as you can see here, I already set it for darker, and one may ask that already the paper got to be dark and maybe black when I print it. No worry. If we go to Control P for print, okay, you can see here, this is one white, but only for appearance. As the user, you can find it darker. So this is how you can make it darker. And if you don't like just to have what we say the whole screen to be dark, very dark, you can go okay, you can go for here again, okay, and okay, you can just, I can change this one, yes, okay, for view here, okay, just to yes, here. Oh. Okay. Yes, here to design, sorry. If you go to design here on the right corner, you can find the page color. So you can choose the word, the page itself. You can go for any degree. Okay, you can set it something like that, gray, white, something like that. You can control it the way you need. No color as well. Okay, but all the time you can go for whatever you like. So we say that it will be very beneficial for eyes. If you'd like just to set it again to the default, you go again and make it colorful, as you can see here. So now this is the default one. And from the design, you can go and make it white again. Okay, as you can see here, yes. So this is about the first one. The second one, we can see that, of course, we have the PDF, which is a picture, and we have the Word, which is the text we can control and we can edit. But for your information, we can even keep having the PDF and to go for editing. How it come? So, for example, I go to open one file here. Okay, to open. And opening, I'm going to browse for example, my desktop. Yes, I have it here, one document PDF. So I'm going to open it from the Word inside. Now you have this dialog box and ask you just, you need it to change it to Word. I say, okay. So you can see it takes a while. And here, the PDF before, see, it was only PDF as like that. This is the PDF, the original form, okay? But as I opened from the Word, inside the Word, I can see everything, and I can edit this one. I can edit very easy. Even I can just add something like that here, apostrophe S, or just I can, Okay, add something here anywhere. So even though it is PDF, I can change. Even something also, I can go for the pictures that's already built in inside the document. I can just even see, drag and just change, resize, something like that. Everything I can do. So this is from the PDF. And subhanAllah, even you can just change something related to the signature, but we don't like to go for forgery or like that. Even we can change a lot of the PDF through opening from the Word. And after you finish editing, you can go and again to save in the PDF form. Okay, here. So now you get all the changes done by means of using Word. So this is number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Access your clipboard. All the time it comes to have some copy and paste. And of course, you know the shortcut of copy and paste. For example, here, copy me, I'm going to highlight. And by Control C, of course, this is to copy. And I need to copy the other one. Okay, so highlight and Control C. So now I copy 3 times. But when it comes, when it comes just to paste by Control V, just it pastes the last copy I did, not the previous ones. So it happens when we have multiple copies, we need just to copy here, there, or something like that, some quotations, other information from the same text. But unfortunately, when I give it Control V to paste, only I receive the last one. So from where I can get the previous ones, okay? I can go here for home, if you can see here from the tab, home, and down we can say clipboard. If we click down, you see here, you have this, what we say, the clicked one. If I close it and just even delete this one, and I start from the beginning, I highlight this one, the first, copy me, Control C. Number 2, Control C. Copy that, Control C. So if I go here, I find everything I copied, and easily I can go for any information I copied previously, and I click just to have something like that in front of me, and here, for example, something like that, all the things I copied it before. So this is the clipboard, nothing is missing. All what you already, I can clear all. I can just have it from the beginning. So all the things you copied before, you will find it there. Let's move to number 4, which using formulas in Word. Of course, we have the Microsoft Office. It has many applications. One of them is Word, the other is Excel. We have PowerPoint, Outlook, and others. And we know that if we comes to have some numbers, we have just to go for the Excel. But for your good information, now we have how to deal with different, equations and the numbers from inside Word. How it comes. For example, I have this table on the students enrolled in different courses, for example, in IIUM, and we have this UG and PG students for the different semesters, and I need to calculate them. I need to have them calculated or something like that. Okay, so yes, yes. Okay, so I think yes. When I go and click on the table here, okay, here the table, and we have different numbers, and go to the total and click on the total here on the total box, I find that layout appear to me. Layout, you see layout here. If I click on layout, of course, I go to the the top corner on the right side. We have formula here. If I click on formula, I can just simply have this formula that it has different, different types and different formulas here for the numbers, as well as different functions. It has the average, it has, the max, the mini, the mode, all the things. But today I only need just to have the total. If I click on this, I get the total here without the need just to go out of the Word and to have calculation. Just okay. So any table, just go to the number, and down here go formula again, and you have the formula equals sum brackets above, close it, and just close, see this, the number, and it's in no time you have the total. If we go to the next tab, which is split the document, and I believe this one is so significant in our work, especially when you work on a lengthy file, for example, for a thesis to review or something like that. I have one example here. This article, for example, it's it has a lot of pages, and I need just to have, for example, to review, for example, the translation, the Arabic and the English one. So what I should do, previously, just to open it again or from other browser, and to have just to minimize them, no need to all this hustle, just to press Control Alt is all together. See, now the screen has already split into two different sections horizontally. For example, this is the Arabic and this is the English translation of the abstract, like that. See here, so I can review, I can compare, I can just see, I can even add something down, go to add something up. For example, I can delete something from here, I can just go. So I go simultaneously with the same document, but in different parts or different sections. So I can go, for example, the reference, I can just even see what happens. Is it that the references are complete, put systematically in the right, or probably like that. So if I'd like just to move out of this, again, Control Alt S. Okay, and I hope you can try it with me while we are sharing these tips. Okay, so it is about how to split your document. Okay, the same document, I mean. If we go to number 6, make landscape and portrait pages in the same document. Actually, sometimes it makes it makes difficulty to some of the staff when it comes just to have this one, and maybe he or she forgets about how to make it. Just is something to remind ourselves of. So, for example, back to this document. Okay. I need just, for example, this is the introduction. For example, I go quickly. Yes. For example, to this. Okay, to this page, for example, down. This page, for example. Okay. So how I can make what we say the landscape and portrait. Of course, the default is portrait, as you can see here. Okay, and if we'd like just to go for the layout here, I can go for orientation. If I change to landscape, okay, it will, all the documents will go on the same landscape, and this is not what I need. So I go back again. Okay, and how I can make it. So if I'd like, for example, I make this page right now in front of me, I need to make it landscape, no portrait. So I have to go first to insert. I put my cursor at the very beginning of the paragraph. Okay, and I go for yes, here, yes, for layout. Sorry, for layout. Don't need go for insert, but go for layout, because I need to differentiate between different kind of breaks. If we click on breaks, you have page break, you have section break. Now we are going to have section break, not page break. So again, cursor on the first paragraph and go for next. Yes. So now we have it here. Okay. So again, for example, here. Okay. And I have at the bottom, I have another next. Okay. Something like that. And I put my cursor on this. exact page, which I need to be landscape, I go for layout here, orientation, and make landscape. Now you can see the only page to be landscape is the one I added the breaks, the section break, okay, and the other pages are the same for the portrait. So this is about how to make it. Again, just as a reminder, as to confirm this one, I go to the first, yes, paragraph here, okay, and I go for breaks and go for the second one, section break. I make here and go to the last, the last paragraph or the last sentence. I add another break. So now I cut it out from the whole document and put it under separate section. And after that, I can go and make it the different layout to be landscape. So it's about how we can have a different type of layout for the pages from landscape and portrait. If we go straight to number 7, see it another way with rewrite. Now we have a new feature with Word. You don't need to go any way. And for example, you are writing some statements, and you need just to check the best or the most proper statement. Maybe you have something, the alternative you need to take. Before, we used to go to look for a word by word. For example, the best word or the best verb, just to express the meaning here, this or that, the best adjective, so we can differentiate and we can select. But now we have different way. For example, now I have this statement. I am always working to continuously improve my personal capability. I believe this one of the very pretty awesome capability we are going to have here. I am going to highlight always working. And I think there is another better form. So right click here and go for rewrite suggestions. You see here, after right click on the highlighted part, go to rewrite suggestion. And you can see here with editor, you have a lot of alternatives. You can say constantly, you can say continually, you can constantly working too. For example, I believe this will be nice. When I hover over this one, see automatically to change it, but I can even click here and read aloud. Yes, you can hear it. You can read the sentence with the change, the whole statement with the substitution, just you added right now. And you can see that it fits the meaning or not, or like that. Okay, so the same can happen for the second part, continuously improve. I can go and right click, rewrite, and we have instead of continuously improve, constantly improve, continually improve, something like, okay. So for example, I can see, I can take this one by clicking and see. So I think editor helps you with this very pretty, awesome feature, just to find the best or the most proper word for your meanings. Okay, so it is about number 7. What about number 8? A little bit related for translation. Sometimes we need to translate a paragraph, or even part of a paragraph, some statements, and we resort to Google Translator or to Google Translation. But now no need to go out of the word again. So for example, I have this statement, I need to translate, right click, and I have translate here. And the most important that it gives a lot of, it gives me the translation very fast, and it supports a lot of languages, maybe up to 60 different languages. As you can see here, I have to set the language. This is the source, this is the target. I can go and make it, for example, in Malay. Okay, Bahasa, Malay. So we go for M, sorry. Yes, okay. Yes, here. See, this is the translation. I'm not sure about the good translation. You can tell me this is the right and concise translation or not. Yes or not?
Yeah, actually, it's quite accurate.
Alhamdulillah. So we
Okay.
validated the translation. No, so I can change, for example, from English into Arabic, into German, French, as okay, and vice versa. So anything I need just to have the direct translation from inside Word, I can make it. Alhamdulillah. Now, the next one, number 9, navigation pane, and of course it helps me just when I roam, around my paper or my documents. Especially when it's a little bit lengthy, we need just to have some guiding things. So before we go for this one, you have to make sure that your headings, the headings are or set properly. So for example, as you can see, it's translator here, heading number 1. For example, any other thing, it should be normal. Okay, if you have subheading, it goes for heading number 2, for example, something like that. For example, I'm going to set this heading number 2 to set how it goes, something like that. After I make sure that all my headings are set properly, very easily, I go to reference here. From the view, sorry. From the view, yes, from the view, and we have navigation pane right in the middle, as you can see here. Just click, and you have everything here. Just you see here, this is the heading number 1, and this is the heading 2, as we said, okay, with all numbers. So you can just click and move, seamlessly. You can just jump from part to another part very easily. And this is how to add what we say the navigation pane. If we go to the TOC, or the table of contents, actually, I believe that most of us know this one, but let's have more emphasis on this one, because I received recently some questions about how we can make it in the right way. Again, just to have an adequate and properly done table of content, we had to make sure about the accuracy and correctness of my style. I mean by style is the heading. Okay, so if I have everything here, my headings are right. For example, the heading 1, heading 2, the normal, the text, everything like that. So yes. Okay. So yeah. So I can just easily go here. Okay. I can go under yes. Okay, references here. Yes. Under references, I go and click on the top left-handed corner, table of contents, and we have more than one version of the table of contents. I go for the first one here. Okay, and of course I have everything done. Of course I need to select the place. It happens at the beginning, of course. Okay, and everything should be done without any change, without any just the font to be changed like that. Everything available there. And of course, from time to time you can add, you can adjust, you can make any modification. Okay, you can change the whole layout from here, or from the 3 dots you can, if after having any modification, you can go and update from here. So you can update the page numbers only if you just change some, added something or deleted something, or you can update the entire table if you change it a lot throughout your document. So this is how you can make it, and we can just okay, like that. For number 11, search from inside MS Word. How I can search from inside. Of course, I would like to search for a certain topic. You go for Google Scholar, or just for Wikipedia, or even from the normal browser. But here you can even keep having your search from inside. Okay. For example, now I'd like just to search for the virtual reality in education. I Control C, and I go to references here. I have researcher. I think in the middle you can see it. By clicking it, you can go and start here. You can paste here, okay, and giving a try. So it takes a while, and you can see some of the results. You can just select between journals or web-based websites, sorry. And from the journals, you can have something like that, immersive virtual reality, simulations in nursing or like that. We can just go for, yeah, I think this effectiveness of virtual reality. If I click on this one, I have some, the abstract I can go through, as you can see here. Very nice, you can read. And if you like just to add here, you can just open in the browser to have more, to review it more, or you can just add to add citation, and you can have the citation here in the bibliography. You can just find everything here. So I think it helps a lot, especially when you have something you would like to add on the go. You can find something like that very easy, and no need just to go out of the Word and to have the hassle of taking the reference. Everything is done for you. Number 12, yes. For example, I need to apply some, illustration or presentation about the text, and I need to add a generic text, something that randomly done by the Word itself here. So this one, you can just write it here. You can write equals rand, these 4 letters. You can open the brackets. You can add the number of how many paragraphs you need, just to have it as randomly done for you. For example, I need 3 paragraphs only, and comma. After that, I need each paragraph to have a minimum 5 lines. Okay, and I close the brackets here and I click enter. So now you can see here is the random text given from inside the Word. So you can just add, you can just describe, you can just even give them something about how you can add any modification or some of the features of editing features for the text like that. So again, just to have it, it's equals, okay, rand, the 4 letters, open the brackets like that, and the first number for how many paragraphs you need. For example, I need 5 paragraphs, comma, how each paragraph has how many lines. For example, I need 6 lines. I close it and enter. So again, you can find it here. So here to have, as we say, this feature to have the generic text. And we go for the bonus one and the final one. I believe it's something very nice. You love it. So how to set autocorrect rules. Sometimes when we write our paper, it comes to repeat a lot of what we say phrases, or even some of the terms that the whole paper is built on 1 or 2 of the variables, or even from the common terms that you use there. So no need just all the time to write. For example, now I'm writing something about Hikmah pedagogy, or about early childhood education. So maybe you can find it about 50 or 60 or many times mentioned in the document on your paper. So no need just to all the time to write it once and again. Simply go to File here. Okay, just let me just make it away. Go to Options, as you can see here. Options, click Options, and you will have this menu. And yes, I need you to go to the left here, to this bar for proofing. So again, one by one, again, go to File. Okay, now go for Options down at the bottom of the page. Okay, and go for proofing here. When you click on proofing, as you can see here. Okay, just to make it okay here. Okay, After that, you go to here, autocorrect options. Autocorrect options. We are going to consider it, the term you are going to add all the time as autocorrect. So we click here and you will have the default, a lot of things already done to you. For example, you maybe wonder that when you write always in this form, autocorrect by the program just give it always. Sometimes we write annual, for example, with one N, and you find it automatically is corrected to you, and you don't know the clue. But now you are going just to add it. So for example, here I write to Hikma pedagogy. Okay. For example, I write it like that, and I write add. So replace with. So this is Hikma pedagogy all the time. HP, of course, not the brand of the computer, but we can refer to Hikma pedagogy, and we already added here. For example, I'm going to have, for example, MSW for Microsoft Word. Microsoft, okay, Word, something like that, and add. So it's auto, you have it there, of course. For example, early childhood education.
I'm sorry, Dr. but it's already 11:36.
Okay, just 2 minutes and finish,
all right.
inshallah. Okay, early, okay, education, early, okay, a child education, and add it here. So I finish already. I close the menu. I go again. I see how it goes. So I delete this one. For example, here, when I write HP and click, you find that there. Microsoft Word, MSW, I click, I find like that. So all the time you can redefine what you need to add, and it will give you a shortcut for the intended terms you need to add. So I believe that's all for today for the 12 tips, as well as the one bonus at the end. I hope that you already found it very beneficial, conducive, and helpful. And if you have anything to ask about, I'm here, inshallah.
Okay. Is there any question from the floor? I don't see any on the chat box. So I believe there is no questions. There was a very helpful tips, Dr. Majid. I learned a lot today. Maybe we can have like a part 2 later on, Dr. I believe there are.
Inshallah, very much. We can make it. Inshallah.
Okay, with that, let's end our session today with Tasbih Kafarah Surah Al-As.
Thank you so much. Very beneficial. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you very much, Dr. Abdul Majid, and all the participants today.